As the nation battles an opioid epidemic, the leading factor in today's overdoses is fentanyl, the synthetic opioid that's 50 times more powerful than heroin. Overdose deaths topped 100,000 for the first time ever in 2021, and nearly 70% of those overdoses involve fentanyl.
The DEA believes these cartels are pumping even more fentanyl across our country's southern border and lacing it into nearly every street drug that you can buy out here. The DEA also says the cartels are now changing tactics to a degree. They're selling these drugs right on social media.
The newest numbers for 2021 show fentanyl has become the leading cause of death for ages 18 to 45. CDC data now shows it killed nearly twice as many people as COVID, car accidents, cancer, and suicide.
We've reached a sort of a grim milestone since we've been keeping track of these deaths, going back to the 60s. We've never seen anything like this. It's hard to disentangle exactly which drug is most responsible, but because of the potency of fentanyl and the fentanyl analogs, it's likely that that's what's driving all of this.
The death of a toddler from a fentanyl overdose.
7 times the lethal amount of fentanyl found in this 2-year-old's body.
A growing number of young children are being accidentally poisoned. Deaths from synthetic opioids like fentanyl in children under 5 jumped from 2015 to 2021.
But 100,000 die every year and nothing's being done. Not enough is being done. Numbers are going up, not down. And you talk about children being taken away from their parents. My children were taken away from me. 100,000 Americans every year are having their children, 200,000 because it's both parents, right? Are having their children taken away from them. This should not be politicized. It's not about race. Fentanyl doesn't care about race.
She was very specific recently, saying that a poor mother who lost 2 kids to fentanyl, that I killed her sons. Well, the interesting thing is that fentanyl they took came during the last administration.
He was talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he mentioned a mother that had lost 2 of her sons to fentanyl. He said the interesting thing is that the fentanyl they took came during the last administration, and then he seemed to laugh. The mother's demanding an apology, and I'm wondering if he regretted how that came out.
So, I want to be very careful here because this involves a mom, as you just stated, who lost 2 sons. And when it comes to this president, I believe the American people knows who he is fundamentally because he's been around for some time, and they have watched him go through grief. They have watched him deal with really personal loss. And so this is a president that understands that. He expressed sympathy for her last night, and his heart goes out to any person who has to go through that type of trauma, that type of hurt. I will say his words are being mischaracterized by someone who is regularly discredited for things that she says that are really conspiracy theories, and those lies are being parroted by a certain network, let's be very clear. Let me take on the drug part here, because since you brought this up, because of the work that this president has done, because of what we've done specifically on fentanyl at the border, it's at historic lows, historic levels.